Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is July 26, 2025. We are looking at Proverbs chapter 26. And, there are four types of people that are talked about in this proverb. There's the fool, the slacker, the meddler, and the hateful. And as I was looking at it today, I was trying to figure out where I was going to go, what I was going to talk about, which type of person was I going to talk about. The fool who just has no sense, right? Verse 4 and 5 says, "Don't answer a fool according to his foolishness, or you will be like him yourself. But answer a fool according to his foolishness, or he'll become wise in his own eyes." We've talked about that before, but it really simply comes down to if you answer him, you're going to look foolish because he's going to not hear you, and everybody's going to say, "Why are you arguing with him? It's a waste of time." But if you don't answer him, if you don't address him, he's going to be convinced he's right? How about a slacker? Someone who is known by what they say and how they act. They have a project that needs to get done, and they start, but they never finish. I know none of us wanted to hear that description of a slacker, did we? I have projects that aren't done. Yeah. In those situations, I'm a slacker. How about a meddler? Someone who comes by and in the midst of what's going on around them, they see something, has nothing to do with them, but they're going to jump in and stir the pot a little bit so they can watch what's going on. That's where I'm going to talk about today. A person who is passing by and meddles in a quarrel that's not his is like one who grabs a dog by the ears. He's like a madman who throws flaming darts and deadly arrows. So the man who deceives his neighbor and says, "I was only joking." Without wood, fire goes out. Without gossip, conflict dies down. As charcoal is for embers and wood for fire, so a quarrelsome man for kindling strife. A gossip's words are like choice food that goes down to one's inmost being. The reality is, a meddler can feel like they're being helpful because they see something wrong and they're going to go in and they're going to give direction. And yet they don't realize that they are still meddling in something that's not theirs to be involved in. A person who is passing by and injects themselves into a quarrel, a situation that's not theirs, is just like someone who walks up to a dog that's barking at them, a neighbor's dog, and grabs it by the ears and says, "Listen up, I'm not going to put up with this." The reality is you just made an enemy. You're probably going to get bit, but if you don't, that dog will never forget, and it will never get along with you. You have no influence in that environment anymore. And matter of fact, you've actually done the opposite of having a positive influence. You have made things worse and made it so you will never have influence. A meddler can be a problem all the way around. Literally speaking, it is someone who walks in and sees that a fire is dying down and blows on the coals and adds fuel to the flame, to start a flame. I've been that guy. I've been every one of these: the fool, the slacker, the meddler. I have been hateful, oh, so many times. Proverbs 26 is full of the types of people that you and I are. But it's also an encouragement that we don't have to be that way. We may have been that way in circumstances in the past, but we don't have to be that way going forward. So today, as we go out into the world, let's recognize that truth and engage our communities in a proper way. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.